got this passion, and it's burning deep inside of me. And this time, no, no, not gonna settle for anything less. Craving a life that I've never known. And now is the time to find the love that I've always been looking for. I guess I'm just soul searching. No, not looking for no part-time thing.
This is for this month. So I got myself these bras. For the longest time I didn't know my size, but it turns out now that I'm a 36C. Huge, I know, right? Couldn't believe my ass too. Then I also got these shoes. Just look at it, that's cute. Yeah. So this is what we have for this month, and this was a special. It was actually came off when I was trying to fit in. Can you believe that? From 250 to 150. Let's see the original price. I think it's off. Yeah, I guess it was 250. It was 250 to 150. So yeah, that's what we're spending ourselves with this month. I have to start collecting new heels because after giving birth, I changed sizes. So now I'm a size 6, not a 5 anymore. Okay, guys.
If only for tonight, I'm gonna let you in. If only for the high, I'm gonna let. If only for tonight, I'm gonna let you in. If only for the high, I'm gonna let you in. Look up to the sky. Do you see the light? Look up to the sunrise. Do you see what I see inside? I won't go anywhere if I'm not with you tonight. I won't see the hope alive if I'm not with you tonight. Oh, 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 oh. You make me feel, you make me feel. Oh, 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 oh. You make me feel this is real. If only for the rise, I'm gonna let.
That was my Food Lovers haul. So now I am working on this project, guys. It's my very first project, like crochet project. It's a big deal, and it's like, yeah, I can't wait to share with you. Hopefully in a few weeks I'll be able to share with you, because time is not that it's not what I have, but it consumes too much time. So one day if I dedicate to do something, like to push a little bit, the other 2 days, guys, I have to do something, because it requires you to be seated there and just be doing this, and you seem to be, your other things seems to be, on a stop. Like, so I don't know how to balance it, but I really love to make more of this, like make my own kind of dresses, vacation kind of outfits. But it's time consuming now, guys. I understand why these guys, the ladies that do crochet, why they're so expensive. Because like I saw one lady, she charges like anything from $380 That is like an extra small size person. So imagine me who is large now. So yeah, now I clearly understand why the ladies are expensive. It's really time consuming, like the whole world stops. You just have to stick to this until you are done. Anyhow, today I am making dry fish. This is a basic bream dry fish. It's fish that's been dried like over the sun. So usually what happens is like the fishermen by the river, if there's no people like that comes and buy the food and the fish on time, the fish obviously they don't have freezers over there most of the half the time. So they just cut the fish, they cut it open as you see, and then they hang it over the roof or whatever so that the fish can just dry out. So that is how we get to this fish. It's basically, even like if you have fresh fish and it's almost going bad, you just cut it and then put it on the sun, like direct sunlight, with salt. I don't know why these days they don't use salt, but before they would put a lot of salt, and maybe it's a cost thing, but before they'll put salt just so that the fish doesn't go bad. But anyhow, this strategy is also working. Just put it on the sun, it dries. I think maybe max is 3 days or 4. So that is how we get to the dry fish. And dry fish is something that I love very, very much. I just love fish, I think, in general. But dry fish, there's a feeling that it gives. It's this is like mostly what you eat in the villages because there's no fridge. Like, okay, let me say then, because now I think almost every village have a power of some sort, either solar generator or anything like that. But back then, when I was growing up, not every family, not every village was privileged to have a fridge. So this would be the go-to meal. So I really got to fall in love, especially with my grandmother, my late grandmother. She would put the fish, especially in her case, she loved bubble fish. So that bubble fish will cook from the time we wake up, 7 o'clock in the morning, if we are in the village for holiday, until the time we're gonna eat dinner. That's like 6. So it will cook to the point where the bones are chewable, like you literally eat everything from that fish. Yeah, so what I'm doing here, I'm just washing the fish at least 2 to 3 times, just to make sure that I get rid of all the dirt, the sand, everything. You know, when they're just there, either on the roof, there's wind, there's everything that is carrying everything. So that's what we are trying to do here. So at first I soaked the fish in very hot water for like 30 minutes, then I washed, rinsed, then I'm also doing the same again. That's basically it. Yeah, back to the fish itself. For me, I think it's mostly the sauce that comes with it, or the soup that comes from it. Because guys, in the village, what you do, you just put your salt, you're cooking well. That's what we used to do, and that's how I love it. You do add your onions, you do add your tomatoes, you do add your anything that you feel like. But in my case, I love it when it's just what you call this, when it's just cooking oil and salt. That's my best go-to, you know. So lately, I don't know, even in my previous vlog, I think I also made like a chicken where you just boil it and then fry it, just the village way. So I think when you see me doing these kind of things, you see that's how much dirty the water is. So when you see me do most of these things, it's because I am homesick, and just for me to stay relevant or to feel something, I have to cook myself a meal that takes me back to my roots, that takes me back to the days when I didn't have to worry about bills, the days where I didn't worry about anything except going to school and making sure that I pass. I mean, who doesn't miss those days? Oh gosh. But now all you think about, I don't even know, guys, how I got here. How did I get to have a son? How am I a full-grown married woman? This is scary. So yeah, in the villages it's not like they are the same anymore. So much has happened. The dynamics are different, the family dynamics are different, everything is different. So yeah, but anyhow, this is how I keep myself sane. I send for these things back home if there's someone coming, or when my fish is coming, my fresh fish is coming, I ask my cousin to add this and that, whatever I'm missing, then I have it. I always have it just in case, I'm feeling otherwise. Then I just have to cook a hearty meal and I'll feel a little bit better. So you saw me add vinegar in there. These are just extra steps, modern extra steps, but back in the days we wouldn't do that. But I just thought I should add some vinegar, just like you'd add lemon. Yeah, part of the cleansing, I guess. There's no really better explanation for that, but yeah, you do what you need to do. Okay, so we proceed. Eventually, I was done washing. Now everything is in the pot, and I'm going to add fish spice or fish seasoning to the pot. But I regretted this later on because I think I was just supposed to let it boil. I mean, I was going for the old way, traditional way, taste, but it turned out to be modern because of the spices. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Anyhow, don't judge me, guys. I only have a secret lighter, so I had to extend on a paper to start the fire on the gas stove. So I'm gonna cook this on the gas stove because this thing needs to boil for hours, and that means that I can't use electricity. That would be so much. That would be too much electricity, and electricity is becoming super expensive. Like in $100 you get below, like literally 40 something, if not 30 something units. Like what happens to the 60 or 70% of it all? Yeah, anyhow, so I went ahead just because I remember that I screwed everything, so there was no point for me to make it natural. So I just decided, let me just add whatever needs to be added. I went ahead, added chindambi, which is also mtete, which is also what is the word in English? I forgot. Anyhow, this is how it turned out after a few hours of boiling. I added some tomato puree from the grocery haul that you saw earlier. That's why it's all red like that. I didn't have tomato, so I just added tomato puree. The pub that you see is not your top score. That pub that you see, it's like the word is gone. I wanted to use our words here, but it's maize, like it's handmade, it's pounded maize, the traditional way. I'll show you how we do it, and I think I also have a video here before on how I do maize, like how we grind maize traditionally. So this is my meal, this is how it looks like, and yes, I know there's a lot of oil. I don't know what happened there. So yeah,